Welcome to the channel. If you're coming by for the first time, thanks for stopping in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I hope you find this interesting and entertaining and informative. Another frequently asked question that I get a lot is what all those numbers in the windows of the cars mean. So let's, for example, take Bubblegum's Camaro. Let's draw us a door glass here. When you get to the track and you go through tech, they're going to ask you, do you want a particular number? And that's going to be your number for the day. That's your call number, so they can identify your car for scoring and where you're located in the pits and if they need to come talk to you. So in the case of the Camaro, it's 1987. And then typically you'll see mod and street, PTS, PTS on the window of that car. And then she typically runs around a 923, so you'll have a number down here. And you'll also see deep. Now, this is the ID number for the car. These right here are the two classes that she's running in that day. And she's in points in both classes. The 923 is her actual dial-in. Now, if you go back and if you've watched or if you go watch the staging video, I spoke about the different styles of staging. So here's just the stage lights at the top of the tree. I'm not going to draw the whole tree. The top light or the first light is pre-staged. And then when you turn on the second light, you're fully staged. Now, what this deep means is that when she rolls up, she's going to turn on her first light. Notice I didn't color that in. She's going to turn on her second light, and then she's going to roll in deep into the beams until this top light turns back off. And sometimes you're a little slow when you do that, and the other competitors don't realize that you're going to go deep, and it can throw them off wondering what's going on over there. Why is it taking so long? So you put deep on your window so that they know you're going to do that. And this applies to just any kind of drag racing, class racing, super stock, index. They got this stuff in the windows. So that you know whether or not that person's running points that day at that track, or maybe they're just visiting and they're racing for fun, but they're not in the points system. And it just helps the tower and the officials keep everything straight. Now, another type of dial-in you will see, and this is just like when you see her pictures of her car, it's always done with dial-in chalk. Another form of dial-in, and there's a couple of different ways to do it that you see out there, and I've been asked about this one too, is there's these little digital boards. And they look like an old school alarm clock. This is still a dial-in. This is just a light-up, electronic-powered, programmable dial board. Instead of writing it on the windshield, you program it into this. This also tends to show up pretty good at night under the lights and makes it easy for the tower. Some colors do not show good from way up in the tower looking down at the cars, so you have to kind of keep that in mind. Now let's go to some other forms of racing. Let's say it's a grudge car or a pro car. So let's do another door glass. They're not going to have pretty much anything on their window except NT, PT, and then no dial-in, no deep, no nothing. What this means is no time, as in the tree will not show the time that they run for that round. And this means pro tree. Again, if you watch the staging video, you know that the pro tree, here's the stage lights. And then you got your three yellows and your greens. Instead of going yellow half a second, yellow half a second, yellow half a second, green, like a bracket tree, it flashes all three yellows and goes straight to green. So it's a half a second flash and then green, you're going. this, you'll see this on those kind of races. It can be a bracket race and have a pro tree. We do that sometimes. It adds a little fun for the guys and changes it up a bit. Some people absolutely love it. Some people don't. But that's what all this stuff in the windows is about. It's so the tower knows what this car is doing. The tower knows what this car is doing. And then this is just a different form of dial-in. Dial-in will not affect a pro car, heads-up car, because they don't have dial-ins. This is totally a bracket thing. Looking at the windshields. And let's draw a generic front view of a windshield. And I know it just looks like a big, stupid box cutting knife, but that'll work. And here's the driver. And you had these banners across the top. Some series are sponsored, and they have a requirement for a series sponsor's logo or name or whatever the deal is to be across the upper windshield of all cars. So then all your stuff will fit in here. Let's just do a no time pro tree. So you got no time pro tree right here. This could very easily be top eliminator points. Let's scratch this out. This could be top eliminator points 520. And he's going in deep. That's what all this stuff's about. Now, some tracks require you to have this information on 3 sides of the car: front, tower side, and rear. So that they can identify if they have a question. Any track crew person that's within eyesight of the car is probably going to be on one of those 3 sides and can relay to the tower what that information says, if they, in fact, can't read it from the tower. So, a little short video today about what all that stuff in the windows means. And then the other stuff's self-explanatory. Sometimes there's sponsor stickers. Sometimes somebody puts a little positive message up there, draws a smiley face in chalk. Whatever. You never know what's going to be in the windows of a car besides the required stuff. And it can get pretty interesting sometimes. So always keep an eye out for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. If you're thinking about getting into drag racing, bracket racing, heads up otherwise, give it a try. It's really fun. And once you do it, you'll be glad you did. It is a bit of a commitment. Like most other things worth doing, it requires a little bit of work, and it takes some practice and time to get good at it. But you'll be glad that you did in the end. So until next time, have a great day. Hope you found this entertaining, informational, and educational. And look for more episodes of Drag Racing Basics coming soon. Thanks for watching.